Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, August 15, 2023. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has strongly condemned the firebombing of houses in Gregory Park, St. Catherine this weekend. 11 homes were firebombed in Walker Avenue Saturday night, leaving 40 people homeless, 1 dead, and a resident hospitalized with burns sustained during the attack. Mr. Holness has described the criminal activity as a scar on the nation, saying it was an act of terrorism designed to spread fear and displace people.
To consider it a crime would be to treat it as ordinary. What this is an act of terror. And the people who have committed it are terrorists.
Yes, yes.
And they should be treated as such.
Yes.
They should be dealt with the limit of the law.
Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson says the police are pursuing the persons who committed the criminal activity.
We understand that in among the people were not just men who came over, but also women who are willing to come over and burn out other women and children. But that's indicative of the sort of threat that we have been facing as a police force, and we will continue to do so. We're up to the task. We will go and find these people. We have identified a number of them, and we'll be following up on that.
Major General Anderson says the security forces will address the matter in the most forceful fashion to recover the space and ensure that the rule of law obtains everywhere. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Holness has pledged ongoing support for the families, especially the children who have been affected by the ordeal. He says there will be social intervention to support the mental health of the residents.
That will be mobilized, particularly because a number of the residents here, in fact a large number of the residents, are children, and they have to go back to school. And this is inexplicable. For a young child to experience this trauma, you can never tell how they will grow up and internalize it. And what we don't want is for them to internalize this and have a vengeful heart. So we have to have the social intervention very quickly.
According to the Prime Minister, the government will provide back-to-school supplies for the families who have been displaced.
I also give the commitment that the 11 houses, structures that were destroyed, that they will be repaired. If the objectives of the terrorists is to displace the people here so that they could possibly import who they want in the area, they will not have that comfort. They will not have that victory. We will rebuild the structure so that the people who are here can be regularized and have a good life and living condition. We will never allow them to win.
The Prime Minister has also disclosed that the affected area was already being considered under the new social housing program and says government is looking to upgrade some of the housing and put in proper facilities. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang has asked Haitian refugees on the island to exercise patience as various professionals carry out their duties to assist them. Dr. Chang's comments come after a visit to see the Haitians in Robbins Bay, St. Mary yesterday. He was accompanied by Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Camilla Johnson-Smith and other officials. Dr. Chang stresses that the administration has been taking the necessary steps to ensure that their welfare, safety, and linguistic needs are being met, in addition to their right to request asylum. The group of 37 Haitians who arrived on the island 5 weeks ago pleaded guilty to the offense of illegal entry in the Portland Parish Court on July 18.
The court is part of our law, and that was settled. Right? Now we'll move to the next phase of trying to respond to the request for asylum. We'd like to inform you and remind the wider public that Jamaica has always been committed to the rights of our people, and while we do our best to look after you, if anything is going wrong, we have a listening ear.
The Foreign Affairs Minister also assured the Haitians that the government is working with other partners to bring stability back to Haiti.
The government of Jamaica does not support any political party in Haiti, but we support the people of Haiti. We support a process to bring democracy, safety, and stability back to Haiti.
Persons seeking treatment at the Cornwall Regional Hospital now have a more comfortable accident and emergency waiting area. The area was repurposed to accommodate COVID-19 patients during the height of the pandemic, and the hospital temporarily shifted the waiting area to a tent outdoors. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton toured the hospital on Friday and welcomed the return of the waiting area, which is creating a more pleasant setting for patients and staff.
Happy to report that the COVID numbers have declined substantially, and we have then relocated the patients back in the main area that was constructed for A&E, for waiting. It's a much more comfortable environment. I mean, it's air conditioned, the staff is a lot more comfortable, it has nice seating areas, it has bathroom facilities, and so on. So while people still have to wait, as is the case in all A&E, they can wait in a more comfortable setting. So it's something that I think we're happy for.
Meanwhile, the minister says redevelopment of the hospital is progressing to its home stretch, with Cabinet's approval of the final phase. This entails the build-out of ward spaces, operating theaters, a new A&E department, and more. He also reveals that construction on the Western Children and Adolescent Hospital is now at its 8th floor.
The frame is built out. They are now putting in steelworks for the accommodation area. So things are going. Maybe a few months behind, but it's going well. There's a lot of progress that is being made, and that's a very positive thing. When this is completed, it will boast 250 beds, operating theaters, waiting area, accommodation. It will be a very modern facility with all new equipment. So again, good things are happening in St. James as it relates to the public health and the infrastructure here.
And finally, pediatric patients at the Maypen Hospital now have access to a fun and inviting space to read and relax as they seek treatment and recuperate. The area, dubbed the Jasmine Corner, is located on the pediatric ward. It was outfitted by 10-year-old Canadian-Jamaican actress and singer Jasmine Headley at a cost of $6,000 Canadian dollars. The area was opened recently, with each child on the ward receiving a gift package. It is equipped with a computer, reading books, and toys.
It is a good day for us here because we've gotten a wonderful contribution from the Jasmine Foundation.
The youngster who heads the Jasmine Foundation tells JIS News that she began her philanthropic journey 3 years ago during COVID-19 after receiving several birthday and other gifts that she neither used nor needed, and decided to give them away. Her parents also influenced her decision to donate.
My parents are always telling me their stories because they grew up here and they moved to Jamaica at a young age. They're always telling me how they wish they had someone like me who would donate all this stuff to them and how they didn't have a lot of stuff. So I figured even if they're not still little kids, I can help the people who are little kids right now. So I decided to donate to this hospital.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.